Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Peter Barber here, professional singer and music producer, and I am doing a full deep dive, a full run through of all the music from HAZBIN Hotel. I'm already having such a blast doing this show and checking this out. There's so much good stuff, so much fun stuff, so much great writing. And I just did my first time reaction and analysis for Happy Day in Hell. This is from season 1, episode 1, really featuring Charlie here as our lead singer. Really enjoyed it, guys. So please sit back, relax, and enjoy my first time reaction and vocal and musical analysis of this awesome song. And I'll see you after.
I can do this, somehow I know it. I'll get heaven behind my plans.
Charlie, hold on.
There's just no way I could blow it. Not this once in a lifetime chance.
It's just a meeting.
To change their minds and touch their hearts, or whatever angels have.
This could be bad.
Cheer up, Maggie. This could be swell. Something tells me that today will be a happy day in hell.
Okay, but just...
Oh, this is fantastic. This is so different from the songs I've looked at before. So I started off with Hell's Greatest Dad, and now I've gone back to the beginning. I actually wasn't sure if this was the first song or if the next song was the first song. So I'm recording this one second, but we'll sort that out later. This is the first like really kind of more standard musical theater style song I've heard. Like Hell's Greatest Dad was this crazy kind of ragtime feel, and it was jumping through a bunch of different genres. The last one, the other one that I watched, can't remember the name at the moment, but the other one I watched was, again, it was very speech-like and changing genres fairly often, and like, you know, very chatty. This one's much more like melodic. Like we're really getting some kind of standard singing as far as musical theater technique is concerned, without all like the added kind of voice acting moments I've seen in the other songs. So this is, I believe this is Erica Henningsen singing Charlie Morningstar, the daughter of Lucifer, right? And she's taking over his meeting, like an annual meeting about the extermination. I'm not watching the show all the way through currently, but I'm making sure I have an idea when I'm going into these analyses. Anyway, that's the deal, and really beautiful. Just you know, piano and voice. It's lovely.
I can do this, somehow I know it. I'll get heaven behind my plans.
Charlie, hold on.
There's just no way I could blow it. Not this once in a lifetime chance.
It's just a meeting.
Also some lovely chimes that come in and some really high violins playing like con leña, which is just like a softer, lighter mechanism of playing for stringed instruments. Gorgeous and just like very shimmery. It's very shimmery and it's hopeful. Like you can tell, you know, if you were just listening to this, the character would have a big, hopeful smile on their face for whatever they're singing about, and we totally get that here. I also love I don't know who our secondary character is, but I love the kind of interjection she's doing. She's like, "Oh God, this is gonna be bad. Please stop." Great, this is so great. A similar thing was happening on, you know what? God, I'm gonna look up what the name of that song is because I keep referencing it. Hell is Forever. That's the other one I recorded for. Okay, got it. One more time from the beginning, if you please.
I can do this, somehow I know it.
We already have strings.
I'll get heaven behind my plans.
Charlie, hold on.
There's just no way
Chimes.
I could blow it. Not this once in a lifetime chance.
It's just a meeting.
To change their minds and touch their hearts, or whatever angels have.
This could be bad.
Cheer up, Maggie. This could be swell. Something tells me that today will be a happy day in hell.
Okay,
Up to a tenor high C. So this is getting up into even relatively high belt range, even for a trained female vocalist. But a lot of musical theater singers can really stretch that chest voice connection all the way up to like the F above that, sometimes even a little bit higher. But C is getting up to the point where it generally takes a good amount of training to be able to sing it easily, like we've just heard Erica do here. And I know a lot of the singers in this show are like Broadway stars, so they're all wicked talented singers and actors and dancers probably too, although we don't get to see that in this animation, of course. But just a nice, beautiful, actually it's really short. She just kind of touched on that high C before coming back down, but that's the first moment we're getting any kind of like, you know, high note in this song so far. And we have this incredible orchestral composition that comes in from Sam Haft and Andrew Underberg, our two composers for this show. And that happens right at the end of this section.
This could be bad.
Cheer up, Vaggie. This could be swell. Something tells me that today
Feel the momentum.
will be a happy day in hell.
Okay, but just don't sing to them.
That bitch is halfway down the street.
Is she?
Oh, she's dancing.
There's a warm, fuzzy feeling that walks through the air.
She's dancing.
Every street so revealing, it's hard not to stare. It's a realm so appealing, it beats anywhere. If you don't mind the smell, it's a happy day in hell. Hi, mister.
I love this orchestration that Sam and Andrew have done. This is just stunning, and it provides this excited feeling, and it provides the motion and happiness and joy and momentum that we're seeing in Charlie here as she's going. I love that. She's dancing already. Fantastic. But yeah, just a great, just like wonderful orchestration. And now we are getting more into like again, this song feels much more kind of classic musical theater, as opposed to the other two songs, which are a little less traditional and a little kind of crazy and wonky. This one's much more kind of on the nose, and it's absolutely wonderful. It's just really, really excellent.
In hell.
Okay, but just don't sing to them.
That bitch is halfway down the street.
Is she?
Oh, she's dancing.
Oh, she's dancing.
It's a warm, fuzzy feeling that walks through the air. Every street so revealing, it's hard not to stare. It's a
I love that we have bum 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 ba-da, yum, bum 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 bum. Great compositional tool to kind of re-engage the excitement at the end of a phrase going into the next phrase, providing that momentum going from one phrase to the next.
through the air. Every street so revealing, it's hard not to stare. It's a realm so appealing, it beats anywhere. If you don't mind the smell, it's a happy day in hell. Hi, mister.
Go fuck yourself! There's an endless trash fire that's burning my soul.
Hello.
A ton of barbed wire to shove in his hole.
Excuse me.
What is required? We all have our role.
Roll. Nice low D from our big hell guy. Roll. This reminds me so much of like the comedic hell version of Belle going through the town in Beauty and the Beast. Forever imprinted on my mind as one of my favorites since I've been a little kid. I used to sing all the parts. I'd sing the Baker, sing Belle, sing Gaston, sing LeFou. So fun. And this reminds me a lot of that, where she's actually going through a town and the orchestration is even pretty simple. Like the vibe of the song is similar, similar. And you're getting all this input from all these other townsfolk or demons in this case. It's great stuff.
Anywhere, if you don't mind the smell, it's a happy day in hell. Hi, mister.
Go fuck yourself!
Go
There's an
fuck
endless
yourself.
trash fire that's burning my soul.
Hello.
A ton of barbed wire to shove in his hole.
Excuse me.
What is required? We all have our role.
Roll.
Not doing well. Another shitty day in hell.
Day in hell. Nice low D and then a low F from our big our guy here with the spiked bracelet and nipple piercings of some kind. Some kind of nipple piercing going on there. This is very family friendly, obviously. Yes, very absolutely family friendly show. This is great stuff.
Well, another shitty day in hell.
Literally, remember in Belle, she's going through and then the townsfolk all sing a bit together and then it goes into the next section where it's just Belle singing. I know that Hell's Greatest Dad was inspired a lot by Friend Like Me, which made all the sense. And when I was watching, I was like, this seems like so much like Friend Like Me. And then someone else was like, yep, that was actually the inspiration for it. Let me know in the comments, was this one inspired by Belle, where she's going through the town square and Beauty and the Beast? I'll be darned if it's not.
I can show them them the dream of dreams that any soul can change.
Those angels' minds
Then
are hard
they will
to
know
change.
everyone can be redeemed from the evil to the strange.
They're bloodthirsty and deranged.
I can hear
This is so like triumphant and powerful and uplifting. She also absolutely glorious up through that high D. So that's, again, the C is already getting towards that upper belt range for a trained female vocalist. D, now we're getting into really the top section, the top third or so of most strong trained female singers, if they know how to belt, like for musical theater. And she just sounds excellent. Great vocal fold closure, which just means it's a really efficient tone. It's not breathy. It's not gritty. It's a very clean, efficient tone. She has great use of straight tone and vibrato. So usually, and this is typical of musical theater, on a long note, you start the note with straight tone and then you allow a nice natural vibrato to come into the voice. It adds excitement and intensity as opposed to just, if you just hold a straight tone straight for the whole, it just doesn't really go anywhere and it can feel kind of static. So that's a great use of that as well. So Erica just doing a marvelous job as our Charlie Morningstar here.
Another shitty day.
In hell.
can show them the dream I've dreamed.
See, that's a glorious high D. Show them. No problem, no strain. And that's a high note. Let it be known. It doesn't sound super high in her voice, but that's a very high note to have a nice controlled belt on.
If I can show them the dream I've dreamed that any soul can change.
Those angels' minds are hard to change.
And such contrast between this other voice, and I'm not sure who this other character is yet. I wanted to make sure I had like the Charlie, because she seems kind of like the main character in this song and the show, perhaps. So I don't know all the minor characters yet, but I will very soon. I'll have a much clearer picture. I'm just getting started. But the vocal contrast between the two, where Charlie's way up in her kind of upper middle, upper belt range, and our other character here is like much closer to like speaking range, much lower in the voice. And it's a totally different, auditory experience. And it's cool to hear them going back and forth. And they do seem personality-wise quite different so far.
that any soul can change.
Those angels' minds are hard to change.
Everyone can be redeemed from the evil to the strange.
They're bloodthirsty
Nice.
and deranged.
I can hear all their stories, the lost and displaced.
Tempo change.
And I know that they're more of an acquired
Oh.
taste. But if I open the door and I give them a place.
Wait. Oh my God. This has to be inspired by Belle. This just reminded me of when Gaston's like, "Excuse me, please let me through." And he's like going to find Belle and she's like, and da 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 da, right? And they're going through and all the townspeople and Gaston shoving people out of the way. And I think the tempo might even be slowly revving up in that section as well. But I'm just getting so many Belle vibes from this song. There's got to be some inspiration there.
The strange.
They're bloodthirsty and deranged.
Right here.
I can hear all their
Excuse me.
stories, the lost and displaced. And I know that they're more of an acquired taste.
Please let me
But if I
through.
open the door and I give them a place at my HAZBIN hotel. It'll be
Oh, it's
a
not.
happy day in hell.
Wow.
From the porn to
Total vibe shift musically. It almost feels like a separate song. I don't think it is. I know when I was on YouTube, it was like Happy Day in Hell on Prime Video, and it was like 90 seconds. So maybe that one stops here. And then it was like HAZBIN Hotel full version, which someone else has uploaded. So I guess the song continues, but it feels like a different song. It's just like genre just switched. I'm gonna get that transition actually.
give them a place at my HAZBIN hotel. It'll be a happy day in hell. From the porn studio where the cinephiles go to watch a war.
We've key changed as well. Up to C sharp from. Honestly, I never really paid attention to the key. That's unusual for me. But we're in C sharp now.
From the porn studio where the cinephiles go to watch award-winning TV.
Just checking myself. Yes, C sharp. Major.
From the
Major.
porn studio, where the cinephiles go to watch award-winning David Bukkake shows, to the cannibal.
Okay, that's that high F I was talking about. That really is pushing the upper limit of what's possible for most trained female vocalists in musical theater who can belt. Which is, as you can tell, that's already a pretty small, specific number of singers that can pull that off. But that was up to that F5. I mean, that is crazy high.
Where the cinephiles go to watch award-winning David Bukkake shows.
Oh,
to the
yeah.
cannibal town, where they don't wear a frown. Cause holy shit, oh my gosh, why? And I don't give a crow.
She's like the most positive person, like doesn't care about the smells, doesn't care about any of these things that's happening. She sees them eating someone and she's like, oh God, completely interrupts her flow.
Award-winning David Bukkake shows, to the cannibal town, where they don't wear a frown. Cause holy shit, oh my gosh, why?
Oh, the Cannibal Town. Oh, did it get in her eye? Maybe that's why she freaked out. Yeah, Cannibal Town. Okay.
Where they don't wear a frown. Cause holy shit.
Oh, yeah, it did. Ew.
And I don't give a crow that his brains got in my eye. Cause
There's that another high F, and you can tell in her voice that that's really getting towards the limit. You can tell that she's really having to stretch her vocal folds to produce that sound up there and keep it really connected. She could easily just flip up and do it in like a much lighter mechanism, but to keep the weight in it, that really, you're really threading the needle when you get up that high.
oh, that his brains got in my eye.
There it is.
Cause I know I can spare them from heaven's genocide.
There's an endless trash fire that's burning my soul.
I'll get heaven behind my plans. There's just no
like the barbed
way
wire
I
that's
could blow it. Not this once in a lifetime chance.
I also love the singers that jump in. It's more like voice acting. Like Charlie's singing these big, beautiful vocal lines, right? These stunning melodies with this big orchestration, really like singing well and thinking about technique and you know, good vocal closure and all these things. Whereas the people that are jumping in is more like normal people, just like kind of saying a line. It's much less melodic. It's much less like calculated in a way.
Heaven behind my plans. There's just no
like the barbed
way
wire
I
that's
could
I kind of like the barbed wire. It's like that is not a beautifully sung phrase, you know. It's much more layman.
Heaven behind my plans. There's just no
like the barbed
way
wire
I could
that's
blow it. Not this once in a lifetime chance.
Even the harmonies are like duh. Like they're singing perfectly in tune, sounds totally fine, but just like the actual production of it is just like, it's like if a normal person can sing in tune. Now, it's probably great singers that are doing voices, of course, doing character voices and putting some of that voice acting into it. But just like how it comes off is really funny.
I could blow it. Not this once in a lifetime chance. Change their minds.
And touch my parts.
No, thank you. I'm just gonna fulfill my destiny.
You're lost, bitch.
I can already.
Oh my God. Is that a high D again from her? I love that just like tiny little break in the motion. Just for a second, just so this guy can come up and be a voyeur in front of her.
And touch my parts.
No, thank you. I'm just gonna.
It's like 3 seconds.
You're lost, bitch.
I can already
flat.
tell. Today is gonna be a fucking happy day.
Nice. I love that sustained belt on that high D while the chords underneath continue to change. So there's dissonance between the note she's holding and the chord and the chordal structure underneath. And it's dissonance and it's dissonance and it's dissonance. And then it finally resolves without her changing pitch. It resolves to her on that high D. Absolutely glorious writing. And so uplifting and motivational and powerful. Also, I just want to flag this high E flat she sings on an E vowel. It's not a great vowel to sing up there, and she really smashes it.
And touch my parts.
No, thank you. I'm just gonna fulfill my destiny.
I mean, that's textbook.
I can already
Yeah. Great chord progression. All right. There you have it, folks. There's Happy Day in Hell from HAZBIN Hotel. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm having so much fun with this already. I'm so excited to dive in and dig into the music of the rest of the show. Please give me all the details of the show below, anything I'm missing that's important for the story, because there's no way for me to watch the show without spoiling the songs, and that's what I do on the channel. It's all music based. So help me out, throw me a bone in the comments, and if you guys really enjoyed, please do consider supporting me on Patreon. That's the best place to do it, and I will see you in the next HAZBIN Hotel video. Peace.